So the Barrie Colts and Oshawa Generals renewed their rivalry here tonight at the Sadlin Arena, and it was a game that was back and forth for the most part. And let's recap how this game ended up the way it did. Cole Beaudoin making his regular season debut after being at the Utah Mammoth training camp, and boy oh boy did he make his presence known in this one. Now, early on there was a very questionable call within the first couple of minutes of the hockey game. Brad Gardner called for the trip, and what happened was Wang had the puck inside his own blue line, and he kind of tripped over his own feet. Brad Gardner's stick nowhere near Wang. However, it would be a power play for the Oshawa Generals, and then Sam Roberts at the end of that very power play would score to make it a 1-0 hockey game. So bit of a tough break there for the Barrie Colts to start off this one. Now, Calvin Crombie had a great chance going to the net, but he was able to send it back. It went over top Isaac Gravel as Kayshawn Aitchison just coming off the bench, and just as he reached the blue line, Aitchison able to hammer it home, tying the game at 1. A great heads-up play there by Calvin Crombie to get the assist there. But Crombie wasn't done there. He would kick the puck to his stick as he entered the Oshawa General zone, and had a quick shot going right under the bar behind Isaac Gravel. That made it a 2-1 score. Calvin Crombie, what a game here tonight, and what an addition he's been from the Brantford Bulldogs. So a lot of talk was Crombie's going to bring that sandpaper, that grit, but not many people are talking about his offensive capabilities. A great setup, and then a great goal himself. Now, Cole Beaudoin had a battle with Sandu in front of the net. He was knocked over, but got right back up. But the play continued behind the Oshawa net and turned into a tic-tac goal play where Beaudoin was able to put it home, his first of the season, making it a 3-1 hockey game. Into the second period, Nicholas Desiderio had a rush on net. He was coming in on Isaac Gravel, and from our vantage point, we saw the puck go in. Everyone thought it was a goal. However, they would review it because as Gravel made the save, he actually kicked the net up, and the puck went under the side of the net, so no goal. It was clear in the replays that definitely a disallowed goal, but Desiderio, you got to give him credit, trying to be creative, finding new ways to get goals. However, Brooks Rogowski, he would battle taking the puck to the net, and he was on his knees at the side of the goal. He was trying to send it up to Franson, who was in front of the net. Instead, he banked it off Arvin Jaswal's pad and in the net, made it a 3-2 game, so to get the bounce there, you know, like they say, put the pucks to the net, and that's exactly what Brooks Rogowski did. Now, Kayshawn Aitchison, he was mixing up with Owen Griffin behind the net, and he was on top of Griffin, but then Griffin did a two-handed slash on Kayshawn Aitchison, and the official right away called the penalty. So from my vantage point, I figured, okay, they're giving a penalty to both players. Kayshawn Aitchison obviously was roughing up Griffin, and then Griffin in retaliation did the two-handed slash right in front of the official. However, it was just Kayshawn Aitchison handed the penalty, which kind of surprised me, and I'm not the one that's going to talk about the officials because they've got a hard job as it is, but those are two very questionable calls. You've got the invisible trip in the first period where Brad Gardner's stick was nowhere near Simon Wang, and then this time, yes, Aitchison was roughing up Owen Griffin behind the net, but there was a two-handed slash right in front of the referee, and they called the penalty right after the slash. So it's early in the season. Everyone's still figuring things out, but I just wanted to add my 2 cents there because I usually don't talk about the referees, but they stood out here tonight. Now, after that penalty, Wang would score on the power play. He would get a blast to go home, and that would make it a 3-all hockey game. So 2 power play goals there for Oshawa. But before the end of the period, Alex Asadorian would set up Kayshawn Aitchison for the one-timer. It was a beautiful setup by Asadorian, and the Colts back in front, 4-3 going into the third period. In the third, you can tell some cautiousness from both teams, not wanting to make any mistakes, but Asadorian, this time in the offensive end, creates the turnover on his forecheck, and a quick pass right to Cole Beaudoin in front, who makes no mistake, getting his second of the game, making it a 5-3 score. So what a day it was for Crombie, Asadorian, Beaudoin, and Aitchison, all of them having solid nights, and basically the whole team was feeding off the fact that Cole Beaudoin back from NHL camp. It looked like a whole different Barrie Colts team, so we'll have to wait and see if that carries over into the next game. But your 3 stars tonight, Calvin Crombie, the 3rd star, a goal and 2 assists. Cole Beaudoin, the 2nd star, 2 goals and an assist. And then Kayshawn Aitchison, your 1st star, with 2 goals and an assist. So your final score, 5-3. Shots favoring the Colts, 39-32. That's something we haven't really seen much of to start this year, but well done by the Barrie Colts on that front. Now, the Generals return home tomorrow. They're going to face the Saginaw Spirit, while the Barrie Colts, they're on the road in St. Catharines to face the Niagara Ice Dogs. 2 o'clock puck drop, easy enough for me to say. But we will have the radio broadcast here on the channel. Gene Pereira and myself will be calling the game from the Meridian Center, so you want to hit subscribe so then you're notified when that broadcast gets underway. So our 2nd road broadcast of the season, and it's going to be down in Niagara. Cannot wait to call that game. And thank you very much for all those who are showing their support already. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Talk to you again soon.